This desert hides the driest place on the planet, a subterranean ocean of fresh water larger than the Baltic Sea, fortresses that controlled the transit of gold 3,000 years ago, a riverbed whose length once rivaled the Nile, and craters where the sand turned to glass after an impact from deep space. All of this is the same region, the Sahara. And here is the question we will be answering throughout this episode. Why is the Sahara the most deceptive zone on Earth? Not the hottest, not the emptiest. Specifically, deceptive. It's as if someone took a flourishing paradise of rivers, lakes, lush forests, and wildlife and simply buried it all under billions of tons of sand. We are now going to walk through places you have definitely never heard of in your life. We'll stand on the edge of the Eye of the Sahara, a structure visible even from the moon. We'll descend into giant aqueducts built thousands of years ago. We'll look into caves with paintings of swimmers in places where today there isn't a single drop of moisture. And we'll understand why this territory was the cradle of civilizations that vanished without a trace beneath the dunes over 10,000 years of history. Let's go. The Sahara, the world's greatest desert, occupying a third of Africa. Over 9 million square kilometers of emptiness. The point isn't the size. The point is that beneath this surface hides a completely different world. And it exists right under your feet. While you are watching this video, somewhere in central Algeria, the thermometer reads plus 52 in the shade. But just a few meters underground, in the ancient Foghara tunnels, icy water flows, and the air feels as if you are in an alpine grotto. This is no exaggeration, it is a geological anomaly preserved by one thing. A massive aquifer lying between layers of rock like a giant time capsule. Let's take it step by step. Sahara, translated from Arabic, means the greatest. There is something terrifying even in the scale of it. It's as if nature itself refuses to give this place a chance at life. These are the endless sands in the central western part of the African Shield. About 2 million square kilometers of absolute hell. No shade, no plants, no hope. None at all. Even scorpions in some parts of the earth do not survive. Scientists call these places death zones, territories where biology, in principle, cannot exist. In 2010, satellite radars captured the outlines of paleo rivers and ancient lake systems beneath the sands of the Tanis-roofed plateau. This is official proof. The deadliest spot on Earth was once the greenest place humanity has ever seen. For comparison, in such dryness, your body turns into a mummy in a matter of days. But here's what's strange. In the middle of this dead void stand the Gara Mansion cities. These are archaeological ghosts. Giant systems of stone and salt that wind and time have buried in sand for thousands of years. Some shafts reach a depth of 80 meters. These wells are not just holes in the ground. They are part of a complex irrigation system created long before Europe learned to build aqueducts. The Garamantes, a civilization that tamed death itself. They literally pumped life out from beneath the scorching rocks, creating blooming oases in the middle of hell. But where did they go? The answer is terrifying in its simplicity. The water ran out, and when the last source dried up, the desert simply swallowed their cities as if they had never existed. Today, they are merely shadows beneath layers of dust, visible only through infrared scanning from space. But if you think vanished cities are the limit, take a look at the rigid structure, the Eye of the Sahara. 40 kilometers in diameter. Perfect concentric rings that look as if a giant finger pressed down on the Earth's surface. For a long time, scientists debated, was it an asteroid impact or the vent of an ancient volcano? But today, we have another, much more daring version. Many researchers find a striking resemblance here to Plato's description of Atlantis. The same dimensions, the same ring structure, and the same mountains to the north. Could the legendary Atlantis have been located not in the ocean, but here, in the heart of the world's largest desert? While skeptics search for evidence, the land itself throws up new riddles. In 2013, a group of geologists discovered deposits of yellow glass in the Libyan desert. This is the so-called Libyan desert glass, the same material used for the amulet in Tutankhamun's tomb. For sand to turn into such glass, a temperature of over 1,500 degrees Celsius is required. Instantly, that is the power of an atomic blast. But 28 million years ago, there were no bombs. There was only a massive meteorite that exploded in the atmosphere, turning thousands of square kilometers of the surface into boiling lava. The Sahara is not just sand. It is a scar on the body of the planet, a reminder of how quickly everything can change. Right now, the Sahara is expanding. Every year, it claims new territories, moving south, but climatologists speak of a strange cycle. Every 20,000 years, the Green Sahara returns. This is due to the wobble of the Earth's axis, and it means that in a few thousand years, rivers will flow here again, and lions will hunt where dead dunes stand today. We are merely witnesses to a brief moment when this land decided to sleep under a blanket of sand, and who knows what other secrets it will choose to reveal when it finally wakes up again. Yet, the most chilling part isn't what we've already found, it's what remains unreachable. Deep in the heart of the Merzouk Desert, ground-penetrating radar has detected structures that defy conventional history. Perfect geometric shapes, stretching for miles, buried under 300 feet of shifting dunes. They don't align with any known nomadic architecture. It's as if an entire industrial network was operating here while the rest of the world was still in the Stone Age. Some theorists suggest these were the outposts of a global seafaring empire that used the Sahara's once navigable rivers as their main highway. But as we peel back the layers of dust, we find something even more primal. Thousands of miles from the nearest coastline, the sand is littered with the bones of giants. Basilosaurus, ancient whales that once swam through a tropical ocean where today nothing survives but the wind. This is Wadi al-Hitan, the Valley of Whales. It's a physical manifestation of Earth's ultimate transformation. It serves as a haunting reminder. The ground you stand on today was once the bottom of a deep sea, and the desert you fear today was once a cradle of life. The Sahara is a sleeping giant, a vault of human and planetary history locked away by heat and time. We are only now beginning to find the keys, from the lost emerald mines of the pharaohs to the radioactive glass of ancient impacts. Every grain of sand tells a story of a world that was never meant to be forgotten. The question is no longer what lies beneath the sand, but rather, are we truly prepared for what we might find when the wind finally blows the rest of it away? Because in the Sahara, the past isn't dead, it's just waiting.